getting mad?
Because I'm getting mad because you're telling me that I'm lying and you're just so worried about all this $350 and you don't know what you're talking about because that's not the only thing Celeste has done me. Celeste has done more than that with me before. It's been over more than $350. I'm not mad about the $350. It wasn't just you trying to kill her. I didn't just do it. No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
On August 26, 2012, the Muskingum County Sheriff's Department responded to a 911 call. 29-year-old Celeste Franzman had been found unresponsive, lying in the middle of the road. The majority of her body was covered in burns and bruises, so she was rushed to the hospital. 2 days later, she would pass away from her injuries. The man who called 911 told the police that when he found Celeste, she whispered to him the names of her attackers: Katrina Culberson, LaFonz Dixon, and Monica Washington. LaFonz was a well-known drug dealer in that area, and not only was he dating Katrina, but she also helped him run his drug business. Monica was friends with both Katrina and LaFonz, and she did whatever they asked. The police were able to find and arrest all three suspects. The only person that would talk with the police was Katrina. She starts the interview by complimenting the detective.
Hello. You look better today.
I feel better today. I got a little sleep, huh? All right.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right. Well, go ahead.
When I watched the news yesterday, I just wanted to know, they said they have charges filed on me, for murder, so, I am going to jail for this, right?
You're going to jail and trial for this, yes.
Okay,
The first time they interviewed Katrina, she told them that she didn't want to talk and she demanded a lawyer. While she was in jail, the police led her to believe that LaFonz had negotiated a deal if he would testify against Katrina. When Katrina heard this, she immediately asked to speak with the detectives again.
We gave you that option, though, Katrina. I told you that he was throwing you under the bus. I did. You didn't believe me. Now look where you're at, and he's out. You know what he's doing? He's out with his baby mama, he said. Said you were just something on the side.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to be the reason to tell nobody, but I will say this. I personally, hand on hand, didn't do it. Do I know? Yes, I know. But if I personally, hand on hand, do anything to that girl, no, I didn't.
Well, tell us,
And that's what I can
tell us the story.
I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, though. But, I mean, it's obvious I'm in trouble.
Sweetheart, you're already in trouble. I mean, I want to make sure you understand something here.
But I'm not the only one, though.
I know, and we know that.
And I don't want to be on death row by my fucking self.
See, the problem was...
If I help you guys, what's it gonna do? Is it...
You tell me what are you looking to get off?
I mean, I want maybe 10 years or something. I mean, 10, 12 years.
Honey, I don't back you bullshit. I can't call the prosecutor and say she wants 10 years.
No, I mean, I know, I'm just saying, I don't want to go to get a shock in my arm, though. I mean, spend 30 years and I don't want that. What is the options? Can you tell me?
The options are for you to be open and honest with us. We tell the prosecutor that you are open and honest. You're willing to testify against whoever else is with you, and he will come back and tell me what he's willing to do for you for that cooperation. But the first thing we have to do is be open and honest, because I did not lie to you about anything that night. I didn't. I showed you that she talked to us before she died. I showed you the news article, you know that. I mean, I'm going to tell you we've got Ralph's vehicle. I'm going to tell you that there's blood all over it. It didn't get cleaned up. You tried, but you watch TV, and you know that, I mean, we've got her blood.
Okay, well then you should have everybody else's fingerprints too.
We do, but their fingerprints being in a car, when they both are throwing you under a bus.
I drove that car. Period. That's all I did.
Let's do this.
Period. Now I'm admitting to everybody, and I'm just to the point with this, because it's obvious you guys aren't stupid. I drove, and that's it.
Katrina's first confession is that she was only the driver of the vehicle and nothing more. The detectives know that Katrina not only planned the whole thing, but she was also an active participant in the horrors Celeste would endure that day. The detectives will now ask her to give her version of events.
That was when we went and got Fonz, and Fonz beat Celeste up. Okay?
Okay.
Backseat. At this point, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving and he just kept saying, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Bitch, shut up. That's all he kept saying. I didn't know what to do, and that's the truth. I didn't know what to do. What was I supposed to do? I mean, that was my best friend, but they said that she told the police on him about something. What was I supposed to do? I didn't want to get beat up, but I didn't want him to beat her up either, and I just want you guys to know that that really was my best friend.
Okay.
And I'm f***ed up about that, but I didn't know what to do. I was scared to talk to you guys the other day. He was there. What was I supposed to do?
I believe that you had a good relationship with her. So what happens after they're beating them up? Keep going and tell us.
And he made me drive the truck. And we're sitting down, you know, I'm in his car. And she told me to pull over, so I pulled over. And this is no lie, and I was like, it's over with you guys, stop. And I sat right in the front seat, and they drove her out of that truck, and that's the truth, and then, that's it. Right
And then
there.
what happened?
And then they burned her on fire.
Did you see him do it?
I didn't see him do it, but I saw smoke. I mean, I was in the truck, I drove the truck.
Where did you get the gas can from?
From that truck.
Where did you guys stop and get gas? Because I know that truck was almost out of gas.
That truck, we stopped and got gas right at, the gas station down there, like, what's the name? I don't think that they were planning on, like, burning her on fire. I really don't think that. I think that they were planning on just beating her up for her telling the police, but when it got kind of bad, I was freaking.
Did you see him get a strap out of the vehicle and do anything with?
Mm-mm. Listen.
Was she unconscious when she got out of the truck?
They drugged her out of the truck. They drugged her out of that truck by themselves.
Well, we found her with a strap around her neck. Did you see him put that on her?
I was franticing, and this is the truth. I'm sitting in the front seat of the truck, like, oh my God, and I'm screaming, oh fuck. And I'm screaming and hollering and I'm yelling, and this ain't no lie. Fonz grabbing on me and telling me to shut the fuck up.
Katrina claims that she and LaFons believed that Celeste was a police informant, and she also owed them over $300. Katrina explains that she had no idea what LaFons and Monica had planned, and she was powerless to stop them. Katrina will tell many different versions of the story as the interrogation plays out, and she will become more and more belligerent as she tells each one.
So let me make sure I understand this. You're fine, honey. So you pick Buffy, you're driving, Ralph's vehicle.
I had Ralph's truck. I picked Buffy up. We're driving around, and then she was like, look, there's Celeste. And I was like, man. And then I was like, well, come on, Celeste, and then Celeste. And then I got into the truck with Celeste and got out of the truck at Walmart.
And then you go pick up Fonz.
Yeah.
Fonz gets in, starts kicking her down.
He gets in, listen, we smoked the blunt, gave us all some crack, okay? Me, Buffy, and Celeste, we smoked some crack. Now we're all fucking high. Celeste is paranoid. Buffy tried to grab Celeste, saying something about Celeste, her boyfriend, or something, Drew. I don't know, tried to pepper spray her. I had to pull the truck over the first time. I pulled over, like, we're some kid. I pulled over and I said, Buffy, you're not fucking gonna do this shit.
Do you mind if I back up a little bit?
Go ahead.
Okay, now that we've got you admitting that you knew what was going on, that you drove down there but you had nothing in it, I'm gonna go ahead and call bullshit. Because I know that you used to go down to that road let me finish. How about Grandma?
No, I don't. I don't go down there. Buffy is from down there, if you ask her.
You know who else? Grandma Dolph. Am I saying that right? Grandma Dolph?
I'm not related to nobody named Dolph.
You used to go down there all the time.
I'm not related to nobody named Dolph, and I have no grandma down there.
Not by.
I have no grandma. Constantly, I'm telling you guys what is going on.
Hey, let me tell you, we put a lot of work in this.
You guys are bullshit.
You're bullshitting us.
No, listen to me in my face. You guys need to listen to me. Fonz and I swear to God, bring them all here right now. bring him here. Do you think I personally did this to her?
I think you
That's
lit
what
the
we
match.
told you the other day.
No, you guys are wrong.
Now listen, here's the problem you got. You want help? Now I want you to listen. I don't want you to
I'm
get
telling you the
excited.
truth.
Stop. I want you to listen to me.
The detectives spend the next few minutes explaining to Katrina how they know she was involved. When Katrina realizes they know more than she originally thought, her story changes.
Now, I'm going to tell you this much. Fonz and Buffy put this all on you, and it's going to stay all on you unless you give me a truthful statement, because I can't take this bullshit to our prosecutor and get charges on fraud. I want to know the honest to God truth.
Listen, yeah, I might have knew how to get down there, yeah, but Fonson really did beat her up. I didn't beat her up.
Okay.
Fons is the one who...
You were out of the car when she got caught on fire. You've got to say your part, or I can't go to the
Fons is the
prosecutor.
one who wrapped the string around her neck, okay? Let me tell you the truth. Fons is the one who wrapped the string around her neck, and he held it back there. He held her up against the back door of the truck, okay? This is no lie. Fons held her in the back seat of that truck, up against that door, right there. When they opened the door, I jumped out of the truck, I jumped out, they opened it up, she fell out. Fons and Buffy, Fons had her arm, Buffy had her feet, they drug her across the woods. This is all I did. I didn't light anything. I handed them the match. Listen, I handed them the gas can, because I said, Fons, what are you going to do? Fons, what are you going to do? He said, we're going to burn that bitch. I said, for real? And this ain't no lie. You think I'm lying to you? This ain't no lie. This is word move for move what happened. I said, for real, dog? I said, you going to do that? He said, yeah, you think I'm playing? You're out here now. Hurry up. And I handed him the gas can, and I ran back to the truck. Buffy maybe back up. Buffy jumped out, grabbed stuff that was dropped from around the side of the truck, put it back in the truck. It was a spark plug box, something else that fell out when they drove her out of that truck. And I'm telling you,
Okay.
the only thing I knew was where we was going, and I drove.
Okay. Now, I think we're getting there, and you're about here. So we're starting to move it down a little bit. But you were out there when she got set on fire. You were standing right beside him. If you lit the match, it doesn't matter.
But at this point, listen, I handed them the gas can, and I jumped back in the truck and backed up for them to get into it. That's the truth. I wasn't standing beside them. I handed them, we were all three out of the truck when they drug her out.
Why?
Why what?
Why'd you guys do this to her?
Why? I don't know why.
Truthfully.
Listen, I don't know
Was it because she was snitching?
I mean, that's what I've heard. Everybody said that. Listen, I have my own personal faults and beefs with Celeste. But if I was ever going to kill Celeste for real, I'd have been done did that. Celeste done way more to me than this. Okay?
How do I prove your story's true?
I mean, I don't know how you're going to prove it, but I'm telling you, Celeste has done way more.
Well, I'll tell you, Casey, and I don't know which text Maylee's at, but I think we're getting to a point where we are truth's right here, and you're right about here, and we won't go over that hump. And I won't be able to call the prosecutor and tell him you've been open and honest with us, but this was planned, and it was, and we'll be able to prove it was planned. And you don't want to put your life on the line with a half-assed story, with what the evidence we have, what you just told us.
Because you're an investigation of murder and you just think every fucking thing is just so... Listen.
I can only go off what people
Well,
tell me.
listen,
All
I'm
right.
telling you that this beef that me and Celeste had was the least important one.
Okay. What was the
Celeste
big
has
one?
sold thousands for me. Celeste has done crazy shit to me. Celeste has got me beat up before. Celeste has got me shot at before. No!
What's,
It wasn't just me, God damn it!
you didn't tell me.
I did just f***ing tell you.
What are you getting mad about?
Because I'm getting mad because you're telling me that I'm f***ing lying and you're just so worried about this $350 and you don't know what you're talking about because that's not the only thing Celeste has done me. Celeste has done more than that with me before. It's been over more than $350. I'm not mad about the $350. It wasn't just me trying to kill her. I didn't just do it. No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. That has nothing to do with any of it.
Well, let's
come up here just so I could tell you that? Huh? That's what you think? That's what you really think?
You do some crazy shit.
No, man. Who does shit like that?
Who does?
If I was the one who did this, you think I would really call you up here to tell you I did it?
Well, I think
No.
you're playing me a little bit.
No, I'm not playing you. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm really not. No, I'm not. I think y'all's playing me a little bit.
How are we playing? You're
That's
locked
what I
up and
think.
charged with their death.
But I'm just saying, you think I would really call you up here to tell you? If I was the one who orchestrated the whole thing, you think I would call you up here to tell you, oh yeah, I did it? No! I'm trying to tell you that I'm not the main person. Yeah, I might have had the car, knew where I was going,
Okay.
but goddamn, man!
Casey, look at me. Calm down. All right? Calm down.
What?
Okay, listen. We're back on track now. Calm down. Okay? Like I told you before, we just want to make sure, because, again, if I go to Mr. Haddix, and that's our prosecutor, that's the one who's filed charges on you, that's the one who's going to prosecute you in our county, that's the one who's asking for these specs that you see. If I go to him, and I tell him this story, and then we're not done, I mean, you know that. I've been up here in Canton, away from everything back home since Sunday. I even told Fonz, I will not quit until everybody is in custody and this entire case is done.
The detectives already have Katrina's confession. Even if she was only the driver, she can still be charged with murder. The problem they are facing now is finding out if Celeste's murder was planned out in advance. If it was, she could receive the death penalty.
When he started beating her up in that truck and she was all f***ed up the first time before we went down, I was going to say, I mean, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do?
You're gonna do the same thing that you guys have always done, like when little Dee beat her up, when you would smack her around, when you were in that car with her, giving her some smacks, and she waved at the Stark County Sheriff's deputy, and then Megan got in between you guys, and then Megan got busted for having that John's car with unauthorized use, and you threw a couple pops up. Whether you threw them in the air or whether you threw them down, understand that I know you. I know you well. So this thing that you have a problem with a bitch getting beat down, we need to go past that. This thing was planned. You need to tell me who planned it. How did we get down there? That's what we need to go. We need to start
All
right
I
back.
said is where we could take her, but Bonds is the one who planned to, like, burn her and kill her.
Why?
Because she was telling the police on everybody.
Okay.
Well, what are we gonna do? She was all beat up.
But you're yelling. I'm sorry. If I yell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But you beat her up before and you let her just go. There's where you're going to have a
Bonds is
problem.
the one who can...
Casey?
Right, this ain't my fucking idea to plot and kill the bitch.
Then tell me about when the plot started and whose idea it was. That's what we got to get to, because right now, I know this is a lie. And I don't want to see you jeopardize whatever.
I'm trying to tell you, listen, the whole plot and thing, I was just like, man, I can't believe Celeste telling everybody. Fonz was like, well, we could just kill that bitch. And I was like, what? Yeah, right, we can't just kill her. What would we do with her? And he was like, well, I don't know, there's somewhere. And I was like, well, I just know this one place, it's a whole bunch of woods, you know what I'm saying? And then that was it, until it really happened.
But tell me, when was that? How long ago?
That was like 3 months ago, yo.
3 months ago?
It was a long time ago.
And you never talked about it
We never
for 3
talked about
months?
it, no,
for that?
because it wasn't like it was like a plot sketched out thing. It was like, yeah, we would just do that if it ever happens, like.
You know what's gonna happen if you're not right about this, and we get followed.
Like, I talk about Celeste all the time, like, oh, I f***ing can't stand that bitch, oh, I just would kill that bitch, oh, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people can say they've heard that from me. I've said that for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna kill that bitch, I hate that bitch. I've always said that, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't, never mean it.
I mean, how did you start getting to the point where...
Like, me and Celeste were lovers, if you have to know.
Oh, I know that. I know that. I'll tell you the comment I made about you is you got a strong pimp hand.
No, I don't.
You know that and I know that. You got a strong pimp hand. There's some
No.
girls that were scared of your ass out there. They go do the date, they come back, give you some of the money. You have them buy off the flavor of the month. Come on, girl, take credit where it's due. You got strong pen pants.
No, I ain't got no pen pants. No, but Celeste, I mean, it really wasn't a comply thing. We might have said some, like, this.
Yeah, but when they got closer, you guys had to think about it more.
Oh, well, I mean, we really didn't think about it until it happened, I promise to God to you. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, once she was in the truck, and then like, once everybody's in the truck, and we were just driving, you know what I'm saying? And they started beating her up, and then I was like, well, God, because we were in Canton, like, for a while, and then I was like, well, goddamn, now what?
Can I tell you,
I can't take her back, and then she's telling you guys, now you guys don't want to beat me up.
but weeks before that, you told somebody else about taking her down there. Also, I've got, hey, your cell phone.
I don't remember.
I got you and Fonz's cell phones. Now, I don't know, because everybody else we talk to has to tell us they watch CSI and SVU and all that. I don't know whether you get much TV, but I'm going to tell you, even though you delete a text from a cell phone, we can still get it back. A cell phone's like a little computer. It's a mini computer. You can never delete anything from it. So I know about the text that you sent, and I can't think what the number is, about getting duct tape or something ready.
I can't really remember, like, directly, clearly, because, I mean, I'd be f***ed up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the truth. I'd be up for days and shit. If I say shit, sometimes I don't really remember. I'd be smoking crack. I'd be up for days at a time and drunk and shit. I don't know.
You thought about this before you and Fonz, about...
I mean, I thought about, like, hurting her. I never thought about killing Celeste, and that's the truth. I mean, I might have talked about shit, but to actually, like...
You had to think about
But
it.
to actually talk about it and know what my own capabilities of doing it, I mean, I may have said, yeah, which I know you're supposed to take that serious, and now that it's happened, you really got to take it serious. But I may have said, yeah, I have. But to me personally, my mind saying it and doing it is just two different things. And I never thought that it would have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me this.
I'm trying to tell you guys the truth as much as I can.
Okay,
I've been telling you that I thought about, I've said it.
Okay,
But
you don't have to raise
actually
your voice.
doing it, I never thought I would do it.
Okay.
So if I have to say yes, well, like I said, never said it, but to do it, I never thought I would do it. You know what I'm saying?
The detectives decide to let Katrina sit in the room by herself and think about what she has done. They explain to her that when they come back, they want to go through everything one last time, but this time she must make sure to tell the truth. After being alone for only a few minutes, Katrina has had enough.
I'm done. I'm back. Hello? What are you guys doing? Come on, man.
I mean, your whole fucking life, no, you messed up. Now, you got a daughter?
Yeah,
How old's she?
5.
Where'd she live at?
Their uncle.
Do we agree, am I correct in saying this? When you picked Celeste up at McDonald's, it wasn't for a date or anything else, it was for Franz to give her a beat down. For her snitching, and for, What house was it? I said it once. Is it Gilmore, for Gilmore getting busted?
Yeah.
Because she snitched. And she was gonna get a beat down for that. And it was gonna be a good beat down because snitches get stitches.
There's nothing as organized about our lives, in case you haven't noticed. None of us have any organization, none of us have any stability, none of us have any foundation, none of us have no structure, nothing.
Okay.
We're just all over the place, smoking crack, getting dressed here, taking a shower there, washing up here, changing clothes over there. And it's hard to tell you, that's why I'm so are we done?
Do you wanna be done?
Yeah, I'm cold.
Okay, we can be done. Is there anything else that you left out that's gonna help me prove that you're telling me the truth?
Other than that, that's it.
But you knew it was coming.
But I knew. I mean, yeah, you guys just put it on the news to trick me, to get me to fold.
Put what on the news?
I already know the whole scam. You guys put it on the news saying you charged me, so I would be like, well, f*** that, I'm telling. I already know the whole scam.
No, you've been charged. There's no scam.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
LaFons was found guilty of murder, and he received life in prison without parole. Monica also received life in prison, but she will be eligible for parole after 25 years. Because Katrina was the only one who confessed, she was offered a plea deal of 25 years for murder and 11 years for kidnapping. Both sentences will run consecutive to each other for a total of 36 years. At her sentencing, prosecution stated that the case was only solved because Celeste crawled over a mile through the woods with broken bones covered in burns. With her last bit of energy, Celeste made it to a road where she was able to find a good Samaritan and name her attackers. For now, Katrina is serving her sentence at the Ohio Reformatory for Women. I would love to hear your thoughts on this case, so please share them in the comments below. We do have the interrogations of both LaFons and Monica, but they are audio only. If you would like to listen to them, let us know and we will feature them in an upcoming video.